Welcome everybody, Roberto Monaco here with the Chiro Speaking Company, the Chiro Speaking Club. And today I have my Italian brother. Yeah, I have Italian brother, Dr. DiDomenico. What's up, buddy?
Of course, how you doing, man? Always great to see you. Great being with you. Looking forward to all the things we're going to be doing now and in the future.
I love that. So for those who don't know Dr. Fred, first of all, he's my brother. He's an amazing leader, amazing speaker. Most important, has this huge heart, right? Super smart. Wrote an outstanding book, not good, outstanding book that I highly guys encourage to buy. Amazing book. And he's the founder, CEO of Elite Coaching, a phenomenal platform to help chiropractors to go to the next level. He does amazing training. I've been to probably, I don't know, I'm guessing around between 8 and 10 trainings, you know?
Yeah, I think, well, you're in everything, man. I mean, you're on our teleconferences. You know, people got to be great leaders. They got to train with Roberto. So we're 100% of elite clients are moving in your program. And I think you've already gotten like 7 out of 10 already.
Yeah, I'm very grateful, buddy. And so I highly encourage, before we start here, I highly encourage you to follow Dr. Fred, to check out his book, to go to Elite. They have I believe, how many boot camps a year do you have, Dr. Fred?
Well, there's 2 boot camps, but we teach them 3 times a year. And then we have our annual on October 25th, 26th.
Which we can talk about in the call too as well. So Dr. Fred DiDomenico, everybody, stud powerhouse. And today we're going to talk about charisma on camera, how to present, how to influence, how to move people through a video. And one of the reasons I invite Dr. Fred to do it, because he did an amazing job. He has a video series that he does every week, which is killer. And I want to ask Dr. Fred, what has been your journey using video? You know, when you start your business, start your coaching business, then when you start developing more content video, and from when you started until now. Give us kind of like a background of you using video.
Well, I think it's like everybody else, you know, in the beginning, video is something you should be doing and you don't do. Mm-hmm. And then you may do one and it's like, oh, that was okay. And then you're very inconsistent. And then you may throw out another one. And then you notice, God, there's some people that are liking those. And then you think, God, I really should do this again. And you don't. And then you do another couple. And then pretty soon you start getting comments from people that, hey, it really helped. You know, and so just like everybody else, you know, then one day you decide that you make a commitment, and it's not a commitment to do video. It's a commitment that you almost have to learn through experience that your message is made for people that are out there that can change their life. I think doing videos becomes more about your responsibility and purpose. Mm-hmm. Because I do Tuesday morning transformations.
Yep.
And so every week, God, what am I going to talk about? I got to do this, you got to do that. And do you like doing it all the time? No, you don't. You know, it's like teaching a new patient workshop. How many times I look forward to a workshop besides almost never, right? But when you're done and then you see and you get the comments and you hear the stories of people's lives that have been transformed, then it becomes a responsibility that you become accountable to the people that are out there in the world that need your message, and then you learn to like it.
Yeah, because I noticed when I'm following you, obviously your buddies, and we do business together for many years now, I noticed that something happens that I would say your transformational Tuesdays, when you started, man, you kept like every week for, I don't know, how many have you done so far?
We're over 100, but here's where it's like by the time I named it Tuesday Morning Transformation, then just by the name alone, Tuesday morning.
Yeah, it's like your accountability.
Yeah, it can't be Tuesday one week and then Thursday 2 weeks later, right? No, just the name alone, Tuesday morning, gives you responsibility and accountability. Like, crap, I got to do this.
I love that. And so the topic here, I'm doing a series on charisma on camera. And so when I say the word charisma, what does charisma mean to you? What is the definition of charisma?
Charisma to me is purpose and passion expressed. Okay. Because influence, as you know, you learned this from Tony, influence is a transference of emotion.
Yeah.
Right. And so And so and you know, Dean Graziosi, I mean, I can quote from all these world-class guys, authenticity sells.
Mm-hmm.
When you're authentic about your purpose and you have passion to help people. And of course you get training from you because structure gives you freedom, right?
Yep,
So
yep.
you have structure and then you pour the content into it, but it's not about memorizing the content.
Mm-hmm.
It's about pouring from your heart so that people feel your genuine, not only intensity, but sincerity and intention to truly help people. And then obviously, you know, showing them your pain, you know, showing the challenges that you've been through and being authentic about it and not, and I guess another word for it is just being transparent.
Mm-hmm.
Being transparent with passion and purpose.
I love that. I like the purpose and passion expressed. I love that. I was having a conversation with this doctor a week ago, and he was in a really funk, you know. And sometimes when you're in a funk, like, you know, and well, the way I see it, at least, there's something that maybe happened a year, you know, maybe a personal thing that happened a year, but he was in a funk for 30 years, you know, not producing the results, And what is your, and I know it goes way beyond this call here, but when someone, and I know because you do a lot of life coaching, you know, and you have a life coaching system applied to chiropractic, when someone is off purpose, you know, and they know, like, man, I heard I got to go and speak, or I heard I have to record a video. They know that, but they're not doing it. And partially because they are not feeling, because they're in a struggle and they're not connected the purpose and the passion. What are some suggestions that you may have? You know, some ideas, because I know we can speak about that all day long.
Yeah, I mean, I think to put it simply is you're putting yourself in front of your purpose. You know, because is it easy to feel in a funk? Yeah. Is it easy to say I don't feel like doing that today? Mm-hmm. Yeah, and what I would say is then your rituals that you're performing every day are not putting you in the state where you know how to control your physiology in a way that when you feel like you have to do something, you put yourself in a state where you're going to do it. You know, it's like same thing with Tuesday morning transformations or any other video, because I do a bunch of chiropractic videos too, right? Mm-hmm. So when you know you have to do it, it's for the benefit of others. If you don't want to do it, which we all get in that state too. Yeah. So it's like, hey, maybe I don't want to do it today, but I need to do it tomorrow, you know, and then it's a matter of that purpose. When you know, and it's in my book, You're More Powerful Than You Think, when you know it's a sole purpose and you know that your message can help people and change people, then that obligation, because the worst fear is not fulfilling your purpose. So sometimes, you know, it's like, man, if I don't do it, I'm not going to create the same impact. So now I have to do it. So now if I don't feel like doing it, then I need to put myself in a state where I'm going to do it anyway. And do we do that 100% of the time? No, I should probably be publishing every day, which I don't. But I would say we're probably at least 4 days a week.
Yeah, but you're very consistent, man. You're very consistent. You're super consistent.
So that's really it. It's not being selfish, but thinking about other people.
Yeah, I love that, you know, because you put yourself before your purpose. I like that. And it's hard, you know what I mean? I've been, everybody been in a funk, and when in a funk, the last thing, when you don't feel this conflict, internal conflict, the last thing that you want to do is put yourself out there, right? That's the last thing. But it's necessary, because if you have this purpose, this idea, this message that you know is life-changing. So what are some of the techniques, maybe tips, some ideas that for the chiropractors out there who are listening to us right now to say, yeah, you know what, I want to create either I want to start recording videos, or I want to increase my charisma in front of a camera, or I want to become even more consistent. What are some of the ideas or techniques that you may recommend? Or even some ideas that you use yourself?
Yeah, and I would say it's not as much, I guess you could call this a strategy.
Okay.
But if you want to be compelling, you know, there's tons of people that make videos. They're not compelling. They're on there giving information. And I have about a 15-second, if that, tolerance for the tone of body language of someone who's just giving information. Like there's no motion. They're just sitting there talking, as opposed to you have to love the person. You have to be passionate, have purpose about your message in a way, and a desire to reach people, even when all you're looking at is a reflection of yourself. Because when you're looking at a reflection of yourself, then it's not that engaging. But when you think about, I'm talking to 1 million people around the world right now, and the next 5 minutes of this message could change their life for the rest of their life. You're going to talk with a different tone.
100%. Yeah.
You have to know this. Like you have to see with your insight, not with your eyesight. Because what are you seeing with your eyesight? You're looking into yourself.
That's good. That's good. Repeat that. So this is a good power line. You don't see with your eyesight. You see with your
insight. Yeah, that was Michael Beckwith.
I love that. That was good. That was good.
So, but yeah, that's it. If you don't see with your mind's eye the vision of your audience, then you're just staring into a camera of yourself. And so you have to be in a sense feeling, not just visualizing, but feeling in your body that you have 1,000 or 1,000,000 or however many, even if it's 2, even if it's 1 person, that they're standing right in front of you and you're delivering a message that's going to change their life.
Yeah, if you have that internal state, the internal thoughts, your charisma, because charisma for me is energy, right? Is this magnetic field. And it has happened to me. I wish it happened all the time, right? But it has happened to me where I walk in a room and people say when they bought something or they join our tribe or class or something, said, "Man, when you walk in a room, I knew I was gonna buy from you," you know. And it's like that field, and it just feels good that if you mess up, if it's the wrong word, whatever, it's almost like we have this shield, you know. And I think charisma is a switch, it's on and off. It's a skill, on and off, right? Kind of like, okay, let's go. So I love that.
Well, and you love people. So when you emanate a higher conscious love, peace, joy, when you're truly feeling loving, unconditionally loving, and joyful, full of joy, it's very magnetic for people. It's very enlightening, and automatically they want to be around you. So the idea is really to get in that state. Now, are we in that state every time, you know, we're staring at ourselves in a video? Hey, maybe not. But I do know that we're passionate about our message, and hopefully our audience finds it more engaging than sometimes we feel, right?
100%. So I noticed that you do your Transformational Tuesdays in a bench by the beach there. Is that your spot? How did you choose that spot? We chose that spot.
Well, it was funny because Tuesday morning transformation started because I used to run on the beach in the morning and I'd watch the sunrise, and one morning I had an inspiration, happened to be Tuesday morning. Like, yeah, I'm going to share this. And then I did it again a couple of weeks later. And then I saw a bunch of people liking it and following, and it was very inconsistent. And then I thought, you know, I just think it creates an environment and a background that has a higher vibration, you know, the ocean and nature and God's presence and the birds. And now now in the summer, there's more people walking their dogs, and we actually run into people that thank us for that message. But then I run into people on the East Coast in the winter. They don't even think they're listening to me. They're just like, "Man, I love the ocean behind you." They don't give a crap about the message. You know, you're in an 8-inch blizzard, you know, and they're just looking at the ocean. Listening to what I'm saying.
Do you feel like for me at least, took a while to be recording a video outside and there's people literally walking by and not lose focus, right? From the beginning is really weird in the beginning. Because
you know, here I am speaking about spiritual stuff, and, you know, it was kind of embarrassing. You know, you really have to get over yourself. And then, you know, it was funny because one morning a woman was sitting on a bench about 15 or 20 feet away. And she came down there because she was in a great deal of distress, like depressed. And she could hear everything we said. And when we were done filming, she thanked us. And she said, "I knew God brought me to this bench for a reason."
Wow, dude, I have chills.
Yeah, and then you realize,
Wow.
the people that are walking by, you're blessing them with your message. So now, rather than being embarrassed, now I just shout it out, man. And if they're there, and they don't like it, that's their problem.
I love that, brother. Man, I got a little chills go, man. I love it. That's
God
a
has
great story.
intention, so we're reaching a lot more people than we think we are.
Cool. So let's talk a little bit about, for our listeners here that want to learn more about your work, learn more about what you do, your specialty. What is the best way? Can you tell me what's your specialty that your it factor with chiropractors? If you want to explain, I know, but if you want to explain.
Well, we come from very similar backgrounds in NLP and life coaching and professional communication training on influence. And really what we do that's so different and unique and elite that's never really been done before is, I've spent 20 years studying human behavior. You know that. We come from the same background. And, I believe that when a patient comes in for chiropractic, regardless of why they came in, our ultimate goal is to help them live a lifestyle. So we have to change what they believe, right? So to me, chiropractors are really self-empowerment coaches with a healthcare application. But we've never been trained. We've been trained to talk about a subluxation rather than how to talk to a person that has limiting beliefs, that doesn't know how to find the power inside them to change their life. And I literally teach you, different personality types, professional self-empowerment training. You can pull the inspiration out of any person and help them to change the way they want to live their life right there. And because of that, the people that go through our boot camps, man, their growth is almost immediate. So it's really a professional self-empowerment communication and leadership training that helps people really advance pretty rapidly on how they influence and create a lifetime culture.
Yeah, and I've been a part of the Dr. Fred's group for many years, and I personally seen the breakthroughs and the results that you bring to your clients, buddy. So if people want to learn more about how to join a boot camp, how to come to one of your classes, what's the best way to do it?
Go to elitecoachingllc.com or just call me. I mean, you can email me, Dr. Fred, DRFRED1, Dr. Fred1 at MSN.com. And or go to Elite Coaching LLC and fill out a quick little survey and, tell us what your challenges are, what your vision is, and we'll sit there and talk about it. If we can help, great. If we can't, certainly we have lots of friends that are great, that have coaching groups. We would point you in the right direction. It's more about fulfilling your vision, right?
I love that.
Of course, there's youaremorepowerful.com. That's a whole spiritual life coaching system. Go to youaremorepowerful.com, youaremorepowerful.com.
And what was talk a little bit about what was the inspiration behind the book?
It was introduced to me. It was actually divinely given to me. A 6-step system called HEALED. It's an acronym. 6 steps: honor God within yourself, get beyond your past, the limitations of your past, find, discover, and then live your soul purpose. That's the acronym HEALED. So that I would, I believe that was divinely given to me. It was an idea that I can't say that I thought of. It more fell in my lap. And then it took me almost 10 years to write that system. I had to live it to experience it. And now we're bringing it out. And what inspired it was, as chiropractors and you know what your soul purpose is. And there's tons of research that show people that are living with purpose tend to be happier and more fulfilled in their life. They live a better life. It doesn't mean it's an easier life, but it's a far more fulfilling life. And, I just want to know, like you and everybody else listening to this, that when it comes to the end of your life or even right now, you want to know that you created the most impact as possible. We're here to help and to serve. And the more people you serve, the more impact you create, the more fulfilling it is, in my opinion. Excuse me. So you can go to youaremorepowerful.com. You can go to Audible. It's a phenomenal, really truly transformational, life-changing book.
Yeah, and the first couple stories, I'm not gonna drop the stories here, is just like that's a movie right there. It's crazy.
Yeah, there's definitely some personal spiritual experiences that I've had that, I'm no different than anybody else. when you ask, when you knock, God opens the door. So if you truly seek to get to a higher consciousness and you truly seek to know your true self, who God created you to be, that book will give you 6 steps that will help you do it. There's lots of great books out there. If that one resonates with you, it will bring a transformation, no question.
Love that, Dr. Fred. Love you, bro. Very grateful for you to spend time with us today. Thanks so much. Much love. Dr. Fred DiDomenico, everybody.
Thank you.